Welcome to a setup video. Those of you that watched my previous video on Small Time Heroes, I promised at the end of it that if I got 10 likes, I would record another video with a playthrough of the second character that I have, which is the Rogue. And I thought, well, what's better than one video? Let's do two videos. Because one thing I didn't do in the previous video was a setup. And some people are interested in seeing how long it takes to set up games, so I thought, well, I'll do two videos. I'd set up for the Rogue and then I'll do the playthrough. So if you're not interested in seeing how the game gets set up, wait for the next video. If you are interested, well, here we go. So this is I'm playing a preview print and play. So the game is coming to Kickstarter end of August for a PNP only release, so watch out for that. I've got some components that I've borrowed from Marvel Champions, so the health dials, but otherwise I am going to set up now for the Rogue. So first thing I've got to do is get out my Rogue cards. So the Rogue has their own set of cards and abilities, and I'll go over that in the Rogue playthrough. I'm just going to do the setup in this video. I only have one enemy, so I will be going up against the don't need that one. Hero turn. I'm going up against the Houndmaster again, so the same enemy as I had last game. And I need a couple of cards from this one. I need the potions, and I think everything else. That's Potion of Death. Okay, so we're getting there. Right, so the first thing we need to do is set up our enemy. So we've got the Houndmaster, so we'll stick him at the top. And the first thing we do is we go up against the Wolfpack. And so I'll put that there, and I'll put down the Wolfpack side. So these are double-sided. So we go for the Wolfpack environmental side. Then we need to sort our Wolfpack into levels of enemies. So we've got 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And we will give those a bit of a shuffle. Okay, so they get shuffled up there, and we'll just put them in a little row. I'll see how I go with my layout. I might have to do a bit of reorganization. I think I'll put those, I must use up as much space as I've got. Okay. So each of those will have a health dial. If you're doing the print and play like I have, you've got tokens here that you or you can use cubes or something. I'm going to use the health dial, so I'm going to put them upside down because that just makes it easier for me. Then we have circle, and then we have doubles, and I'll put the boss one at the top. And we have wave 1 is from the wave 1 deck, so we only have 3. So put those out. So we've got our first 3 enemies there, and then I can do the dials. So that one has a 4 health on the cub, and then a 6 for the wolf father, and 7 for the Omega Wolf. They're not quite finished, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Right, I then have to do the intent deck. So this is the intent cards for those that are going to attack me. We'll give them a bit of a shuffle and stick those up to there. Actually, I'll give them a bit of a shuffle so I can't see what the top one is, because that's what it is. Okay. I'll put my wave card there because I'll need that later on. I've got potions, so these are the potions that you sometimes get at the end of a wave. You get one at the end of wave 2, and sometimes you get them when you kill an enemy. So I'll put those handy there. I've got some tokens that I've made out of card, and I kind of like sorting them. So I'm going to throw them out, and I'm going to sort them into defense, because this will just speed things up later. I won't need any of the helmets because protect I don't think is part of the Rogue's abilities, but this one is what is it? It's not enable, it's exposed. So basically people take double damage if they've been exposed. So I'll throw those in there because they'll be handy later. So I'll pull out all the protected ones. Okay, that's those. I'm probably going to stick those on this side because that lets me pull them out as necessary. Maybe I'll put some room down here. That should be fine. Okay, so now we've got to set up the rogue. So we have a health card. Put that down the bottom. Well, that's the status card. Then I've got my health at the bottom. I've got my potion of life, which I'll use. The ability of the rogue is to be either concealed or unconcealed. So I think we start unconcealed. That seems to be appropriate, and we'll talk about that when I do the playthrough. Then we have to sort out the 10 cards that have no borders. So they've all got green borders. There should be 10 cards in here that are the starting cards. And I'll just give that a bit of a check to make sure I've got all those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 2 more in here. I must have missed them from when the last time I played. Or they've got mixed up in the box. Oh, there's one. Ah, there's the other one too. Okay, I've got my 10 starting cards out. Those can go back in the box. And I give the normal cards a bit of a shuffle, as you do. My rogue will start with, put my market there, I'll start with 20 health. I'll do it with a 2-0, I think. It's the easiest way to do that on my health dial. Maybe I have the little one for me. I'll keep that one for the boss. That's give me more space. And dials are dials. I've got 20 health, I've got my potion, I've got my status, I've got my concealed, unconcealed, I've got my 10 starter cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got my status card, which I'll talk about later. I'm going to keep my hero turn card out because that's always useful. And I also have one that's all the icons that I might need. I'm just going to put that to the side. If I use that, I'll just look it up. I'm getting pretty familiar. So you make your market. So that is 4 cards. Here's my 4 cards. And then I will get to choose one. So, what do I like? Do I like any of those? This one says concealed. So when you're concealed, you get to play your next card for free, which is pretty cool. Gain 2 block for every flurry played, which is good, but this is 0 cost, and I do like 0 cost cards. So I'm going to take that one as my freebie. That gets replaced. Then I shuffle my 10 cards. I'll leave that space there. Okay, I might move these over a little bit. And I'm getting almost ready to play. I give those, I draw my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my hand. That's my deck. I'll probably put that over there. So then that's for my turn. And there we go. I am set up and ready to play. I'm going to stop this one now. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And tune into the next video where I will start my playthrough.